Juno-X, baby. Just finished up some work. Got another, gotta get back to work now for another little bit, and then I gotta go home, and I got another synthesizer coming. Really, it's kind of cool, actually. I'm pretty excited about it. But man, the Juno-X and Sequential's 50-year anniversary. This is just, it's going good. What do you think I got? What do you think, I disappeared or something? Y'all must have forgot. I don't disappear. I was talking to someone yesterday. They were like, man, what happened to you? I was like, what do you mean? They were like, you're not posting anymore? I was like, bro, I've released 2 videos in the last 2 days. What are you talking about? I haven't posted anymore. I'm like, I'm just gathering my thoughts, man. I'm trying to think about the Juno-X. I'm trying to bask in the moment. I've got something else coming today. I got something else coming Saturday. So I'm just kind of swirling my thoughts. And not only that, I'm trying to figure out how to rearrange the whole friggin' studio now that I got 2 big bad boys in there. So that's what we're looking at now. So that's what we're going with that. So Juno-X, got it, played it, messed around with it a nice bit now. Gonna play it a lot over the weekend. And I think it's absolutely, I think it might be, I mean, if you just take analog and digital out of the picture, it might end up being one of the greatest synthesizers ever released. That might be crazy to say, but I think it actually might be one of the greatest ones ever released. And someone asked me, they were like, I'm thinking about getting the Hydrasynth or the Juno-X. What should I do? And I said, or are they the same or something like that? And I was like, no, they're not the same at all. They're completely 100% different in every single way you can possibly imagine. Now, can the Hydrasynth do Juno-X style sounds? Can it be analog? Of course. The Hydrasynth can do anything. I'm sure of it now, the Hydrasynth can do absolutely anything. But as far as, you know, if you're trying to decide between the Juno-X and the Hydrasynth, I mean, I'd just get both. Yeah, I got both. I would get a Juno-X and I would get a Hydrasynth desktop is what I would do. Or I would get a Hydrasynth 49 key, 8 voice, and a Juno-X if you were just undecided and you didn't know what you're doing. But what's up, Jumpstar? Yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. The Juno-X is got so much into it. Last night I just sat down. I'm trying to familiarize myself with, what's up, Giovanni? I'm trying to familiarize myself with the sections and the presets and stuff so I can go to them real quick and pull them up when I'm live jamming. And man, it has literally every single sound you can possibly imagine. And I haven't even put anything on it yet. I haven't went to the rolling cloud, which a lot of people hate on the cloud, but I think the freaking cloud is genius. It's good, man. Giovanni, it's all good, man. I'm glad you're happy. I think the Roland Cloud's genius. I think what Roland's doing now that I'm starting to think about it, and I got this synthesizer, and I can only imagine what the next X series is going to have with granular and sampling and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but the Juno-X has every single sound you could ever want. I was just going through some last night, and I came across some weird esoteric chamber bells and pan flutes, and this is not including the sound effects, and right out of the box, just what's stock on it is insane. And when you got the rolling cloud and you get that little stick that goes in the back of your thing, you can literally whip up your phone and be like, boom. So everyone says it's a VST in a box and all this bullshit, but listen, man, there's no such thing as a VST in a box. In my opinion, there's either you sit at your computer and you get a bad back and a sore ass all day because you're looking at your computer screen making music. Nothing wrong with it if that's your thing, but if you're just sitting at a freaking computer screen with your mouse clicking making music with your mouse, it's not the same thing, man, as like having a setup where you got lots of hardware synthesizers, you're moving around the room and you're playing and you're getting inspiration from different types of looks and stuff, man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a video later. Oh, you're getting the Juno-X tomorrow, the Punk? Nice. Or the Funk, whatever. Yeah. Stand up and show us your fit. Oh, you want to see the shirt, bro? We're fit, player, man. We got it all right here, huh? That's what we're talking about. But yeah. What's up, Kelly King? Yep, I try to live a little dangerously. I don't really use the stay safe anymore because when they did that great pause thing, I feel like that stay safe word was like neuro-linguistic programming, you know? When you tell someone to stay safe, that means they're very careful. It makes them a little bit paranoid. So I tell people to live dangerously. That's my deal. I got jeans on, Giovanni. Take it easy, bro. What do you think this is? This ain't no peep show. You want a peep show, head over to some other channel. But I know I got blue jeans on, baby, blue Levi's. But anyways, back to synth talk. The Juno-X has every single preset on it you possibly imagine. So when the guy asked me, what's up, Panasonic? What's up, Kelly King? Would you guys all think I disappeared or something because I wasn't around for a day? Damn, you almost forgot. I don't disappear. Today, I'm probably going to do a video right now before I go to work. I'm probably going to jump on, maybe I'll do a synth car on the way home. I'm going to get home, I'm going to break out the MPC3, do a Mellotron demo on that. Then I got another synthesizer coming today from a company. A year ago, I made this video, just, you know, regular synth show video, where I was talking about this particular synthesizer because I found it cool. It was like no one was talking about it. And so I started talking about it, and then the dude who owned the company wrote me. He was like, "Send me your address. We'll send you this thing as like a thank you for talking about the synth." So it was like a reverse synth mafia. It wasn't like a "we'll send you this, you do this." It was like, "Oh, you already did this. Thank you. We'll send you this." So it's like it's reverse. It's how it's meant to be. So I'm gonna, if it's supposed to be there today, I'm gonna break it out. Maybe I'll just do an open box outdoors if it stops raining. Or maybe I'll just hook it up and just right out of the box, do a jam with it, see how it works. I have no idea how it works. I just know it's very, very cool. It looks super cool. It looks like it's pretty friggin' powerful. Oh, I'm just joking, Kelly King. Just joking. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around. Don't mind me. If this is your first time here, don't mind me. I'm just fooling around. Thank you for telling me to stay safe. It's all good. It's a dangerous world out there. But yeah, don't worry about that. Jeremy Jiggly Bear, what's happening? The synth jig. Yeah, so, yeah, Giovanni, what do you want me to get up and dance or something, brother? Not going to happen. You have to check out the live streams for that type of stuff, but this ain't no OnlyFans, dude. Synth fans. What do you think this is? Synth fans? What's up, James? Yeah, so the Juno-X compared to the Hydrasynth, this is how I'll break it down. The Juno-X has every single sound you could possibly imagine stock on it. And then it's so intuitive laid out on the Juno interface that it's really easy to start manipulating sounds, taking preset patches, tweaking them a bit, making them your own. So it's an absolute breathtaking synthesizer. And like I said, it's got everything you could possibly want on it. Now, the Hydrasynth, a lot of the patches on the Hydrasynth, the preset patches that come right out of the box, are wild and crazy and weird, you know? But it sounds deep and it's huge and it's got 8 or 16 voices. Now, if you really want to get into sound design, right on the interface, you don't need an app on your computer to go in and do crazy sound designs. But I have read that for the Juno-X, the Jupiter-X, those ones there, if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty, I mean, you got a screen that's like that big, right? So that screen is like tiny for doing any sound design. You can do it, but the editor on the computer is probably way better. With the Hydrasynth, you got a giant screen. It's super easy to scroll through the parameters. It's genius. So the Hydrasynth is absolute breathtaking synthesizer for sound design. Plus, it's super powerful. Plus, it can do any sound you possibly want. Go ahead and hit the like button if you guys don't mind. It helps out a little bit. What's up, Meteor Heart, man? Long time no see, dude. You got any tunes cranking these days, man? I miss your music. Also, Jumpstart, man, cool live setup you got going there, brother. But when I'm listening, do you got that patched into your audio interface and coming out like an OBS program for doing your live sets? Or are you recording it through the monitors into something, through the mic or something? I was wondering about that. Yeah, so the other cool thing, so I got a guitar pedal coming on Saturday, and that's going to be pretty interesting to use. I'm interested to see if that's going to mix in with the synthesizer as well, because you can get a guitar pedal sometimes and it just doesn't work, you know, it's too hot or it doesn't come out right or something like that. But I think this guitar pedal I got coming, I'm going to pair it up with a chroma console and then a real just raw synth like a wave, like a square saw or a sine wave through it, and that should get some good sounds out of it. Yeah, and then The other thing that's super interesting is it's Sequential's 50th year anniversary. So to be honest with you, I think that is going to be... What do you guys think Sequential is going to do for their 50th year anniversary? You know they're coming out. They play it safe, but I feel like with the Moog Muse coming out and everything that did that, I feel like Sequential might end up doing... They might do like a flip-top Pro 3 and an 8 voice, which would be cool. If they did an 8 voice Pro 3, you know? What would you call that? Pro 8, you know? Or they should just call it Pro Infinity with the infinity sign. That'd be cool. A TE-05 desktop would be cool, but I heard there's no chance they're gonna do a TE-05 or a Take 5 desktop, which I think is just crazy, man. Like, I think if they put out the TE-05 and the Take 5 in desktop module form, just chop the keys right off and put it out for $1,000. I think they'd sell so many of them to be crazy. A lot of people are talking about maybe it's going to be a Rev 3, you know, which would be cool. But what are you gonna do to add on to the Rev 2? Like the Sequential Rev 2 is pretty much, what are you gonna add to it? You know, I guess you could add some crazy new effects algorithms, which would be that would be really cool. Like a whole new suite of effect algorithms, like the diffusion delay they put on the Moog Muse would be super cool. Also, don't forget now we got like a revolution in keyboard technology coming out with MPE, the Arturia full touch technology. We've got polyphonic aftertouch. Like I said, ASM Hydrasynth is licensed out their Poly AT tech to anybody who wants to buy it. Behringer's got Poly aftertouch pretty much on every synthesizer now. So I think for Sequential, a Pro 8, because that synthesizer, from everything I've heard and the people who own it, they love it, right? And a flip-top Pro 8, yeah, a Poly Aftertouch, MPE capable Sequential would be really cool. Very, very cool. Super interesting, actually. I don't have any Sequentials because I gotta kind of like, I gotta be the anti-Sequential guy. Because Echo and Synthpunk love Sequential so much, so I gotta be the anti-Sequential guy. Alright? But it's exciting, man. The 50th year anniversary. I feel like Arturia's 25th anniversary. I love Arturia, but they blew it. They should have done the Polybrew 12 for the release, but they used the Astrolab as the as like the pièce de résistance. And I mean, Novation's coming with a new Poly synthesizer. Sequential just announced their 50th year anniversary, so they're teasing that something's coming, right? Maybe I'll do a video on that later. What's up, DJ Wojtek? I don't know. This is the question. A lot of people are wondering, did Dave Smith hold Sequential back? Dave Smith played it super safe. It was always reliable. It always sounded amazing. It always pretty much had the same look to every synthesizer, minus a few things. You know, it had that black with the white lettering and the wood side cheeks. That's what they were doing, right, for the whole thing. So, because you know the guys who did Groove Synthesis Third Wave. What's up, Thomas Sham? Yeah, TE-05 and yeah. But the Groove Synthesis Third Wave was brought to Dave Smith to be made by a Sequential, and Dave Smith said, no, we're not doing it. And he told the boys, you guys go develop it on your own. You got my blessings, blah, 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 blah. But to me, if that Groove Synthesis was under the Sequential banner, they could have brought it out for cheaper because it's a digital synthesizer with analog filters. They could have brought it out for way cheaper, and I think they would have sold way more. Plus, they would have got a huge marketing push from Sequential and all the, you know, who owns Sequential now? It's what's the company that owns Sequential? It's Novation owns Sequential, and then Novation's owned by, what's the name of that company? Focusrite, yeah. So they got all the muscle behind Focusrite. If they got the, I don't know, Groove Synthesis was a weird one. I love Groove Synthesis. I love the Third Wave, but I mean, for $5,000, it's just, I mean, it's outrageous. Outrageous for $5,000. especially when it's digital with analog filters. I mean, you can't $5,000 for that. That's so crazy, but I get it because it's a small company, so it's like boutique, right? But that's my point. If Dave's, so I think this, a lot of people might get offended by this, but I think Dave Smith might have held Sequential back in the sense of, so when Sequential came out, they were they revolutionized the synthesizer industry with polyphonic synthesizers, right? And I think they kept going with that, and Dave was very particular about what he wanted, and I'm wondering if he kind of late in the game, he stifled innovation. I'm wondering if he stifled innovation a little bit, and now that he's gone, if there will be, it'll be interesting to watch. Are they going to go, because look what happened to Moog. Moog was on its deathbed, toast, right? Then they got bought by InMusic. InMusic came in, gave him some synth CPR, revived that corpse, and then they just put out the Moog Muse, which arguably right now is probably the most successful Moog synthesizer release of all time. It's a flawless rollout. There's barely any complaints whatsoever. The Moog Muse would never be here if it wasn't for InMusic. So, in another sense, I'm wondering if Sequential's going to be, because the Trigon 6 was like Dave Smith's little final project, wasn't it? And the Trigon 6 came out after Dave passed, and they did really no marketing for it. They didn't promote it very well. Apparently it's an awesome sounding synthesizer. It's like, but it just didn't get the love. And now you got the Moog Muse out. The Moog Muse just, nobody's buying a Trigon 6 when they get a Moog Muse. Same reason nobody's buying a Polybrute 12 when they get a Moog Muse right now. Like some people will, but I'm saying like when you're talking about spending $3,500 to $4,000 to $5,000 on a synthesizer, not many people are buying two of them. It's only very few people are going to get, and you're very lucky if you could have a Polybrute 12 and a Moog Muse. So the thing is, if you got to choose right now based on like the marketing, the hype, and the sound, and the fact that when Moog did their release of the Moog Muse, you could buy the synthesizer that day. The day the Synth Mafia flooded the market with Moog Muse demos and videos, you could go buy it that day. You know? That's what's crazy. Yeah, what's up, Machines One? I'd love to have the Moog Muse someday. I'm gonna get it. I just can't get it now because it's too much friggin' money, man. I don't know where everyone gets all this money. Like I work my friggin' nuts off and can't get this money, man. Not only do I work my nuts off, you're trying to set everything up for a rainy day, and you know, you're also trying to enjoy life, man. Muse is the finish line. I'll tell you what the finish line is for me, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it, is maybe the Polybrute 12. I like the Polybrute 12 over everything because I like that cream drain. Polybrute 12 though, Polybrute 12 to me is the pinnacle of coolness. It's just so cool, man. Cream Dream, 12 voice, all analog, insane modulation, insane performance effects, Morphe pad, ribbon strip, insane modulation matrix, crazy, crazy sequencer, you know? The Juno-X, I'll say it right now. Should I say it? I think the Juno-X, this is the deal. Vic Korftron got the best Moog Muse videos on the internet. I gotta showcase some more of his stuff. I'm gonna do some videos when I get home today, but yeah, a lot of people want that Noir edition, that PB12 Noir, man. Ebony and Ivory, man. They should come out. That should be their marketing campaign. The Noir and the Cream side by side, Ebony and Ivory. And it should be like this: Ebony and Ivory, what's your flavor? Polybrute 12. And then have the Black and the Cream Dream Polybrute 12. Ebony and Ivory. Because, you know, you got the ivory keys, the black keys, you got the black synth, the cream synth, you know, I think it's cool. Ebony and Ivory. Me and Noir et La Blanche should do a show together called Ebony and Ivory. I think that'd be cool. And we just like shoot the shit about whatever. I think that'd be fun. Noir, if you're listening, man, you want to do something like that? That'd be cool, dude. We'll do it like once a month or something. We'll do Ebony and Ivory with Noir and Samurai. and then we'll just like shoot the shit about any topic. Because sometimes, you know, talking about synthesizers is fun, man. Sometimes you want to talk about other stuff too. And I don't know, a lot of people are like, stay in your niche, man. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't care about niches. Is niche a different word for nest? I think it means nest, isn't it? Niche? Yeah, so that'd be cool. Also think it's hilarious that, what's his name? Audio Pills, I don't know his real name, but that was a funny video he did the other day. But he's the Synth Mencia, man. He stole my joke. Guy friggin' stole my Synth Mafia joke and called it Big Synth, but I know he pulled it off of Reddit, but I just think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. It's cool. I wouldn't mind talking to Audio Pills. He seems right on. You know? His videos are very MK Ultra, though. Whether that's a conspiracy or not, his videos... Or Florian, yeah. His videos are textbook MK Ultra, flicker rate, flash, hypnotic stuff, man. I wouldn't doubt if he was trained at Stanford University, you know? Same place where they trained the Unabomber, wasn't it? Stanford University or Columbia, one of those where they hooked him on LSD and then MK Ultra'd him and suddenly he snapped. They did that to a lot of people. You remember the serial killer kind of thing that was going on in the 60s and 70s and all that stuff? A lot of people, what's MK Ultra? MK Ultra is a CIA program that they use to mind control people. Just look it up. Just type CIA PDF MK Ultra. It's a program where they use combinations of like psychedelic drugs, you know, like Clockwork Orange, where people's eyes are pinned open and they're just flashing images for them for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours while they like pump them full of like shrooms and LSD, and then after they do that, they basically, what they do is they splinter people's minds up and compartmentalize their brain. They turn them into multiple personalities pretty much, and then they can have different, different, let's just call it personalities to do different jobs. And then they do use like hypnosis and trigger words. So they'll say like, you know, pink potato, and then suddenly you're like, you turn into this super suave, you know, dude who can roll into a party and womanize anybody. Or if you're a chick, vice versa, you know, Red Sparrow. Yeah, so MK Ultra. Yeah, it's still on the go. They're still using it. What do you think? They just stopped using it? Give me a break. Everyone's like, oh, that's an old program, man. They don't use that anymore. It's like, dude, are you serious? Not only do they use it, they've made it better. They perfected it. And now everybody's got an MK Ultra device in their pocket at all times because everyone's got the screen right in front of them. And you look at things like, that's what, you know, like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok. When you're flicking through stuff, you're going, mass hypnosis. You're going through stuff so quick where when you're flicking through things, it's only like a matter of like snapping an image and your subconscious picks it up. And then, you know, later you're having an idea or a thought and you don't know why you're having it. It's because you've jacked yourself with this little like black box that you carry around your pocket all day long. You know what I mean? And they use like neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and they'll use anchor words and stuff to hook you. Have you guys learned, you know anything about it? Look up neuro-linguistic here's some homework. Later today, look up neuro-linguistic programming. Look up books like The Art of Seduction. Look up things like CIA, MK Ultra, PDF, Declassified. Look that up. Look up MK Ultra experiments at Columbia and Stanford University, and you know, you find all that stuff. Yeah, and don't forget your phone can read your thoughts. Yeah. What kind of rabbit hole you got me going down here, boss? We're trying to talk about synthesizers, not MK Ultra. Oh, dude, I was thinking about doing this for a show. How about this so we can keep it on topic? I was thinking about doing a show called SynthSpiracies, where like I just got my screen going, I got my synths out, and I'll put like some jams on, you know, some ambient jams and stuff, and then just either watch some conspiracy videos off like websites like BitChute, or just kind of talk about it myself, bring up a topic, we go back and forth in the chat, and then like the synth music is playing in the background. Do like once a month SynthSpiracy, where we just go over, you know, call it Conspiratruth. Yeah, SynthSpiracies, episode 1. What should be the first episode? SynthSpiracies, episode 1. We'll call it Synth Ultra, right? And then we'll showcase Audio Pill's MK Ultra style video editing. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. The less time, the more flicks and flickering and like this, the more this going on, the less time you have to think about switching off. And usually if you're yeah, BitChute is like the YouTube of old. You remember when the YouTube was the Wild Wild West? That's what BitChute is now. It's like, it's crazy. But the interface sucks and the videos load super slow. Yeah, wide roll. Yeah, maybe SynthSpiracies. Wide rolling never gives you the perfect synth. What's up, Jan? The thing about the Juno-X and the Roland series, like, to get back on topic, is the Juno. Okay, so what I'm noticing about the Juno-X, 1 a.m. baby, I like it. The Juno-X is perfect. It sounds completely analog. Like, if you get a Juno 106 or a Juno 60, you put them side by side, go watch Mr. Tuna, he's done comparison videos. They're friggin' identical, man. They're friggin' identical. The only thing that's not identical, probably, but don't forget, the Junos had DCOs, right? So they weren't true analog synthesizers. So they were digitally controlled oscillators, which means they could always keep them in tune. So the charm of an analog synthesizer with VCOs is that there's some drifting, right? There's atrophy, there's things where, it's never perfect. So where Junos were made to be perfect with DCOs, like the Rev 2 is, and then you have like vintage settings and temperature settings. Juno-X I don't find it cumbersome yet. It depends what you're into. If you think the Juno-X is cumbersome for sound design, yeah, I can probably agree with that. The screen's this big, brother. It's too small. I mean, like, it's menu dive screen. But as far as like pulling up presets, creating your own sounds and have them saved and stuff, I'm interested in the iArpeggiator. I haven't done that too much more, but the fact that it has every single sound known to man. The only sound I haven't found on it yet is Mellotron, but I got like 6 Mellotron devices in the house now. For some reason, I talked about Mellotron, and now I got Mellotrons on the MPC, I got Mellotrons on the Wave State, Mellotrons on the Mod Wave, I got a Mellotron thing coming Saturday that I'm more interested in. What's up, baby? Friday. I gotta get moving here soon because I gotta get the whack. It's the XV5080. Yeah, the Juno screen is what it is. It's old school. But the fact of the matter is the Juno-X layout is so, what's the word? It's so elegant that you don't really need to menu dive a lot to manipulate the sound. It's really easy, you hold shift, you touch a lever or a slider, and then suddenly you got the parameters. You can switch them real quick. Depends what you're into. I bought it for live jamming. I didn't buy it to be like this insane sound designer. Although I'm gonna wait till I start getting into sound design. I'm gonna make some preset packs, baby. But it's just, I'm not really interested in it at the moment, right? What Mellotron thing you got coming? I got the Mellotron. I was gonna leave it for a surprise, but maybe I'll tell you here because you guys are here. I got the EHX Mel 9 pedal coming that you put a guitar or a synthesizer into, and you get I think you get the 10 classic Mellotron sounds, but then I'm going to run that through the Chroma console to add some vibrato or some tremolo, and then add some cassette degradation and a little bit of delay and stuff. And I want to see, because I don't want to be using Electro Harmonics. Look it up. I got it for like $150, I think it was. Yeah, so you can get it out. Check it out. There's a ton of them on Reverb, and there's not many demos on the internet, so it's cool. So I'll be able to do a demo with it. And I heard I have to put simple waveforms into it. If you try to put like a crazy Juno-X pad through it, I don't know if it works, but maybe it does. Hayes Anderson got it, and he was like, yeah, just get this, dude. So I looked it up. And I got the Mellotron on the MPC, which I was messing around with as well. And the MPC 3 is out of this world crazy, intuitive and easy to use. It's actually making me fall in love for the first time with the red demon, which I've aptly named the Red Baron now, or the Baroness de Rouge. We'll call it La Baroness de Rouge. Anyways, I gotta get to work. You guys all take it easy. I'll probably do a synth car on the way home, then I'll do some more videos later. Baby, it's the weekend. All right, salute.